You're good. Summer tire head ass.
Do you have a problem with a limp exhaust? Do you have a sagging issue? Do you drag on the street? Do you flop around all the time? Well, right here, I'm gonna show you the one secret muffler shops don't want you to know to firm up your exhaust. We're gonna look here at my exhaust tips. Now, it's hard to tell from right here, but if you stand back, you can see that not only does my exhaust kind of hang to the left side a little bit, but it's actually a lot lower than it's supposed to be. I know that my exhaust drags a bit on the ground because of how low I ride, especially over like any kind of a pothole or anything like that. But that's not the issue here. There's something else going on. Now, I believe it was this side actually. It's a little scuffed on the top, and that is because I backed in too far and I bent my exhaust tip kind of out to the left. And the tip itself is fine, it's just where it mounted to the rest of my piping that kind of got shifted, and so I had to loosen it and I twisted it back clockwise until it was corrected. But then I got my muffler delete and we reconnected everything from scratch, and so I haven't touched it for a couple of years now. But I've had some comments, especially on Reddit. I don't know what it is about Reddit, but Reddit guys love to call out every single little flaw they see. They're like, oh my god, is your exhaust falling apart? It's a little bit lower on the left side. And I think it's because Reddit actually uploads like the real quality image, unlike Instagram, so people can zoom in like crazy, and they're like, stupid. So we're gonna get this fixed up because I'm tired of being called out for it. I don't like it, all right? But yeah, we're gonna take a look at this. I already hit my couplers with WD-40, getting ready to loosen them and shift them around, but as I was looking in here getting ready to undo this bolt, I saw, see that little rod right there? Runs right in vertically right there. That rod runs up somewhere behind here, and it connects to an exhaust insulator. Now, an insulator looks, if I can find it right away, Euro tuning. This is an insulator, but essentially what that is you have your exhaust, and then every so often, the exhaust shop will mount a hanger, which is a little metal rod, and then they will bend it so that it reaches part of the body of the car, so that the exhaust can be mounted to the car with a rubber piece in between, but keeps it hung firmly. Now, they're rubber or polyurethane maybe, but they're stiff enough to hold it tight, but have enough leeway to give if you back into a curb or scrape it on the street. Keeps it from vibrating. That's why it's called an insulator, because it keeps it from making all kinds of noise as it vibrates. Your exhaust vibrates constantly, same with the engine. And so, not only is the system on the car 10 years old, with how low my car is and dragging and bouncing off the street, I broke an insulator. But I found the rod right here. I can't even really show you. It's right here. And I followed it up with my hand and I felt the little insulator. It's literally just like right up here, 3 inches up. And I can feel the insulator is snapped right down the middle, right around here somewhere. It's completely snapped. So the exhaust in the car is still mounted in these holes, but one of the ends is snapped. And so it's leaning more to this side where this is still connected, causing my exhaust to hang more to the left and a little bit down. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw a jack under there. I have an extreme low jack. We're gonna get just enough clearance under there so I can slide this camera under there and show you what I'm talking about. And then we'll lube up the little hangers. We'll slip our new isolator on there, and we should be good. It should only take a few minutes, really easy, and luckily it's the one in the very, very, very back. Drop a comment down below if you prefer video styles like this where it's all point of view, or if you prefer where I set the camera off to the side and it records me while I do the job. Let me know down in the comments. I feel like point of view stuff is not only a little more popular on YouTube, but I think it's more fun to watch because it kind of lets you feel like you're there. But a con to it is sometimes it's harder to see, or if you're watching it on your TV, sometimes there's too much motion going on. So let me know down in the comments what you guys prefer to see. So somewhere down there is a brace bar. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I'll be able to reach it. So, what I might have to do instead, oh yeah, damn, this car is low, damn. Okay, I don't need to go super high, but I do want you guys to be able to see what we're looking at here still. So, we are under the car. Here's the hanger, and that there is the insulator. It should be somewhere on the end. I can't even reach it. It should be like right up here somewhere. So I'm gonna lay down and try to look at it and hopefully be able to reach my arm around there and get it off. Now, because we're not keeping that, it's super old, and they're rubber, you can just cut them off. Makes it super easy to get them off. They're really, really easy. It's just getting the leverage, getting your arm, you know, bent in a way that you can maneuver it is basically the hardest part. For any of my viewers out there that wear glasses, how do you guys keep from having them fall off your face when you're working on the car? So yeah, see how bad that is? It's literally completely disconnected. And I'm just running it, scoring it along the hanger and cutting the insulator. There we go, and it's actually super brittle, so I didn't even have to finish cutting it, it just snapped it off. So, see how I cut it and my exhaust didn't even like shift at all? Definitely means it wasn't doing anything. If your exhaust doesn't fall a little bit, it wasn't working. So this was doing absolutely nothing. If you're doing this further up inside the car somewhere, like, you know, towards your transmission or anything like that, make sure you're aware of what you're cutting, because if you, like what I just did, I slipped with the blade. And aside from not cutting yourself, you don't want to cut your, you know, your wire harness or oil lines or anything like that. So just be aware of what you're cutting near. I wasn't even going to work on the car today, to be honest. I came down here to change the laundry out, and I backed the car on Friday night. It's Monday now, and I'm on my long weekend, so I'm just kind of kicking it today. And I had backed the car in on Friday, intending to do this days ago. And when I came down here to flip the laundry, my wife's upstairs on a call, so it kind of works out. I could be down here doing my thing. She's got the quiet apartment now. But it's funny how ADHD works like that. I see something, and whatever is immediately in front of my eyes is just my new focus. So it doesn't matter what I am currently doing, that's the new focus, is whatever's in front of me. And there we go. So aside from the areas that I was cutting, you can tell that this was doing absolutely nothing. And again, my exhaust hasn't moved at all, considering I removed what was supposed to be holding it up. It should have fallen down a little bit, a couple inches, and it didn't move at all. So we are gonna get this changed out, and I hope, aside from it looking kind of wonky, that it might drag on the ground just a little bit less. All right, now the part that I like to do to make this a lot easier is I like to insulate the insulator. I have here my gray lithium grease, but you could literally use motor oil, you could use WD-40, anything to just lube up the inside of the insulator. And then if you want to get a little extra, you can actually spray the hanger itself, at least the ends where they have the little fingers. Try not to spray myself in the face. And I cannot see the other ones. I'm not gonna bother. Okay, and then that's all you gotta do. We're gonna slip it on. I'm gonna slip it onto the body of the car first, because the car doesn't move. The exhaust you can shift around a little bit. So that's the whole point of lubing it up, to make it a little bit easier to slip it in. You guys can see a lot better than I can. Okay. We finally got it. so sweaty. Everything in Texas is harder to do because it's so humid. It doesn't even have to be hard work. It's just hard to do. Okay. Oh, look how much better it looks now on the right side. The left, I'm still gonna adjust the tip there. So I'm gonna loosen the bolt on the coupler and I'm gonna shift it up a little bit. But man, that looks so much better already. And it's so much stiffer. It doesn't bang around like it used to. So, oh man. Whew. All right guys, well, that is a quick video on how to fix your saggy exhaust. And yeah, I think total I've been down here recording and everything for about 30 minutes. So for you just crawling down there and doing it, 10-15 minutes, easy. But I'm gonna go because I'm very sweaty. But drink water and be safe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.